What is up, guys? Welcome to Talking Outside the Box podcast. It's been a while since we've dropped a video. A lot of stuff has happened. We've been on vacation. We've been gone for a while, but we're back now. And today's topic, guys, before we say anything else, is can money buy happiness? Can it buy happiness?
Oh, yes. What a short podcast.
There goes the voice as well. But if you are new to the channel, you know exactly what to do. Please subscribe. Please turn on your post notifications. And that friend that has a Reddit channel, also go and support that in the link in the description. Are you okay?
This voice of mine. Okay, it's back. So we've got a big year planned on
Especially,
level.
yeah.
Subscribe if you see this video. Check it out.
And give us more recommendations if you like this.
Whatever you want to see, we'll do it.
Yes. So sticking to today's topic, I think is very relevant in today's materialistic world. So you immediately said right off the bat yes, and why is that?
I feel money. How can I state this? You know, money sorts out all of your problems. I mean, if you just look in general, you know, you've got problems. Everybody's got problems. Even the richest people on earth. Don't get me wrong. They've still got problems. But if you've got money, you basically eliminate that problem.
Correct.
And that's a massive problem. Like, then you can focus on the main thing at hand, which is like, let's say you've gone through a divorce or whatever. You can focus on that. You can sort out that issue. Now you don't have that financial stress on your back at the same time.
Very true. And you always hear these people in these motivational podcasts saying, no, money doesn't buy happiness. As long as he's gonna keep on hammering about that. As long as you enjoy what you do, you love what you do, money doesn't matter. It doesn't buy all the happiness, but I tend to agree with you. Most people might disagree, and you're welcome to disagree if you disagree.
Leave a comment right now.
Please let us know. Pause the video right now, leave a comment. What is your opinion? Does money buy happiness or not? But I think it's true what you said. People in debt if you're in debt, you're depressed, you can't be happy. How are you happy if you're struggling?
I mean, just look at your normal society, right? You go to work, you take out a car loan, you take out a home loan.
Yes.
Now, you are paying debt for the next 25, 30 years.
Who knows how many years,
And it's always at the back of your mind. It's always, am I going to have enough money to pay for my own? You never actually own a house until you're in your 70s, basically.
That's scary, and then your life is basically
and then it's over.
Yes.
Then what do? You give the house to your children. They don't have debt, but they make debt in school, in cars, in whatever. It's like this destructive, endless cycle.
Yeah. And then as you said, when you get to 70, go good, you own a house, but what are you going to do with that fact? You can only sit. You're not able to do the things you were able to do.
Look at the people that's got a house loan, and we know tons of them.
Yes.
They don't own the house.
No.
It's the bank.
Thanks.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. And like when you reach that age, you're like, okay, I've got a house, but I still got bills to pay, I still got electricity, water, and now I barely have a pension that can cover that.
Exactly.
The basic stuff, and now I have to resort to begging with my children, or depending on my children to just.
And you know, the retirement age, I don't know what it is in other countries.
What is it, 65 here?
It's 65 in South Africa.
Yeah.
I mean, 65 years old, your entire life is over.
It's over.
And now you can only retire.
It boggles my mind. And the other reason I think, now just talking about school, is that money will not only help you to get peace of mind, but also the people close to you, your children, your wife, your parents, you can help to support them as well and bring them happiness, not just yourself.
I mean, one thing I've learned throughout my life, we've both got degrees, so we can talk out of experience.
Yes.
It was the biggest waste of my time.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
It was the biggest waste of my time, and I think it was Andrew Tate that actually said, the guy that teaches you your business master's degree.
He doesn't own a bit.
He doesn't own a business. He drives a follow around.
Cool. Yeah, that's the society. That's unfortunately. I had the same experience. Looking for jobs right now. I was just like sitting here and I was like thinking, okay, why did I do this? Why did I go through this pain in order to do this? But I know a lot of people, and why do you think society carries this the how can I say this, the attitude of money does not buy happiness. Is that just because they can't get there, or is it because of some other reason?
That's a very, very deep thing to go into. I mean, I can fly. Yeah, it links back to everything that Andrew Tate says, right? It links back to the Matrix. It's the rich people created this illusion that it does not buy happiness, so that you can go back to work and not take his money.
That's so true. And that's such smart psychology if you think about it, because you're basically tricking people into not making you richer, but them adopting that attitude.
I can promise you, if you look at all the algorithms of, you know, this motivational stuff getting you out of the matrix compared to this stuff keeping you in it, you'll see a significant. This is like 100%. This is like a 20%. And it's just not just the government. It's all the agencies. It's the people that runs the world. You know, they want you to have a 9 to 5. Because why? Because then you can't get out of the matrix. Then you can't be controlled. Well, then you are controlled. It's all those stuff, and basically all those companies, Meta, you know, TikTok, all those companies got an algorithm specifically designed for people. If you sit at your 9 to 5 and you go on Instagram, you'll see cats and dogs and everything. But what the Tate brothers did, they basically created an entire network on the internet. Whenever, usually before then, right, it was whenever you go on, you see cats, you see funny videos.
You see,
waste of time. Now you see them every single video, every second video. You see the Tate brothers. Why? Because they decided, you know, fuck the matrix, fuck the governments. We're gonna do it.
And that's why he's talking about this. We're gonna drop another video about this exact topic. This should be dropping this week also together with the podcast.
Definitely.
But there was something I actually wanted to dive into as well, and it's like the brainwashing component of money doesn't buy happiness. It's scary to see how many people are influenced by it, because so many people are happy just going to school, studying, and they're very happy about it. I mean, I can't blame them, but they're blind. It's like tunnel vision.
That's exactly what I wanted to say. They're not happy about it. They're not. I promise you, you can go talk to anyone at a 9 to 5. They get a set salary, maybe a 3% increase every year, even though inflation is like 30% this year.
God, that's crazy.
We're not going to go into details.
Economics 101.
Just you didn't need to go to college, just follow us. No, but the thing is, they blinded. That's the thing. They blinded. It's as soon as your eyes open up, you are not happy with working a 9 to 5.
No,
that's our biggest problem. Sometimes I wish, you know, we could just be normal. Average.
There comes a time.
I'm pretty sure I'll be much happier.
Yes, you'll be happier because you'll think in that state of mind. Okay, I can't do better. I'm doing my best.
But I know I can dominate this entire world. I know it.
Yes.
You know it.
Yes, and it might sound crazy to a lot of people, but that's the when you reach that point of breaking outside of that mindset, that's the point you get to. It's like there's so much more than just a college degree.
Exactly.
There's so much more. There's so much more potential.
I mean, you are basically, since you are a baby, your plans by your parents are set for you.
Yes.
It's go to school, or go to kindergarten, go to primary school, go to secondary school, get a college degree.
Yes.
And then work 9 to 5, retire at the age of 65, be happy.
Be happy. Those quotes, guys. It's hard to explain when you. It's just like it's like a switch that wakes you up and just tells you what are you doing.
And no one can flip that switch.
No.
For you. It's something you have to flip yourself. Yeah. Because this is one thing I can promise you, and you know this. It does not, like, as soon as that switch flips. Yeah. It's a different kind of hell. Yeah. You've got this
then it's like
thing in the back of your head that tells you you're not good enough. Do better.
You can do more. You can do more. Like you can do better than this, better than this, better than this.
And suddenly you find yourself having 14-hour workdays.
And then and you've just started your job, right? What's the experience?
No, like I have to do an entire year.
Yes. Just basically internship, right?
To get my degree, and obviously I need my degree to satisfy my parents and stuff. So I'm doing it, but I mean it puts such a strain on your workload. But still, go to bed at 4, wake up at 6. You know.
And then you're also not getting. Once again, it comes back the money aspect. You're not getting the money that you feel you deserve for all of the things that you're getting yourself into. Sitting there, I mean, how many hours a day? Week on week, the same routine, and you're not getting paid the money you'd like to be paid, and then people have the audacity to say, oh, but that shouldn't make you money shouldn't make you happy. You should love your job.
Sure.
Anyone knows where that reference is from? Please leave it down in the comment section.
Cool.
Please leave it down in the comment section. We will love you if you know that reference. But okay, so why is it, do you think that the elites want you to be brainwashed in the first place?
I mean, it goes very deep. You know this, but we spoke about this. We speak about it a lot off camera.
Yes.
But I guess it's time to get it on camera.
Of course, why not? Why not?
Thinking outside,
talking outside the box for a reason.
For a reason.
Of course.
We're gonna get some mates, so
yeah,
we like it. Basically, it's just for economical reasons, right? The entire schooling system is created for employees.
Who said that school made great employees, but not great, but not per se great employers.
It doesn't make employers at all.
Yes,
and that's the switch we talked about. And some people go through life and never flip that switch, and they're fine with it. They're happy. And I'm not saying don't flip your switch.
Yes.
But if you want to be financially independent, if you want to be rich per se,
and school is not the place for you.
No, go to school by all means. You learn a lot. Honestly, I don't think there's anything wrong with going from kindergarten.
It is true.
You learn a lot.
It is true. You learn it's not necessarily the academic education. Sure, that is part of it. But I think you also learn the social skills.
Is the most important part.
Yes.
I think without school, like we've both met people that has done homeschooling, and it's such a different person.
Right? It is. Yeah, they feel almost like socially awkward in a way.
And look, both of us, we are both introverts. You won't say it.
No, but for sure we are. No, for sure.
On a daily basis, we improve our social skills.
Yes.
And the thing is, I think without school, we would just be like
completely in the shell. And I think relating back to the way you said why the elites, or I asked you why the elites.
Yeah, I'm getting to it.
Okay, you're getting to it. Okay, let's run it.
So you guys know we drift, but I'll get back to the topic. I feel back to school. The school system was designed, and no one can find flaws in the school system. I don't think there's a lot wrong with it.
Yes.
But I can't think of a better way, a better thing to implement in the school system to fix it. So I think there's nothing wrong with it. I just feel you need a entrepreneurial subject. Just something that expands the mind.
Definitely. Because you're not taught to almost to think creatively, or is the conundrum of one right answer.
Yeah.
There's only one right answer in school. That's the problem.
And that's the thing. Take English for example. You'll get a topic. They tell you write a 5-6 page essay about this. Okay. It's not like that in the real world.
No.
You walk into a meeting with a CEO or whatever, and he says, "Explain this idea to me in 7 seconds, or I'm out of here." You don't have a 5-page essay. Explain this to me right now, on the spot, or I'm out of here.
Yeah. And then people, they almost freeze up and say, "What do I do now?"
And why?
Because that's the routine or the habit that's been drilled into you in schools. You gotta, write this 7-page essay about this topic. Okay.
Okay. Let's go further in detail on this. You got how many speeches in school that you have to prepare for? How many?
I mean,
at least one
probably
every term.
like yeah.
So let's say that's 4 a year.
Let's
just take high school.
About what, 20,
At
20-ish? Yeah, at least.
How many of them are unprepared? 1, 2?
Perhaps 1 or 2. Perhaps 1 or 2 are unprepared.
No interview. No. If you're looking for a 9-to-5 job, you've got interviews.
Mm-hmm.
That's unprepared.
Mm-hmm.
You can prepare as much as you like.
But it's still technically.
And then your employer, the employer asks you, so what's your view on life?
And they,
You didn't prepare for that.
No, because it's such an unexpected question.
And what does people do?
They freeze up.
I don't know.
And then the employer goes, maybe this guy's not a good fit.
Go next.
Maybe this guy's not a good fit. And that's probably their school's fault, because they didn't teach you to think on your feet.
I mean, I had a conversation with my mom the other day, and I told her, it's like, you learn all this stuff in school.
Mm.
No one in school has ever taught me how to do taxes. No one. And why is that? If you think about it,
it's such an important life skill that you need to learn.
This is where the system comes in. This is where I answer your questions of the elite. You know, it's so easy to explain. You don't get taught taxes in school because there's a job for it, an accountant.
Mm-hmm.
Which means, let's say, I always use teacher. Let's say you're a teacher. You don't know how to do your taxes.
No.
So, what you gonna do?
Get an accountant.
You're gonna hire an accountant.
Yes.
Which means, the economical phase just keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
The economical world
just keeps expanding, growing.
So
Because
you need an accountant to do your taxes.
mm-hmm.
You don't know how to do it.
No, because that is a very good point.
And that's exactly how the school system was orchestrated perfectly. And it's actually scary.
It's actually just one big business model if you think about it.
A school's a business.
Yeah, it's a business. It's one big business model. If you don't have these people thinking that, okay, I've got to go to school in order to get my degree to get a job, there will always be people like that. So you literally, that business always has customers. It's never going to run out.
And don't get me wrong, the school part is not the business. It's what's being taught in school. It's what they teach the learners. That's the business part.
Yes.
Because that's just the growing phase. They don't care about that. They just need to make sure these kids want a 9-to-5 job.
Yes.
I promise you, and I'm not being rude when I say this, but I promise you, you won't drive a McLaren if you work a 9-to-5 job.
No, you won't. You can literally save your whole life savings. You won't be able to afford that car. But there are people that can spend 200,000 pounds on a car. How?
Easy.
How?
They flip the switch.
Exactly. And
they escape the matrix.
Listen. And the flipping the switch. You'll be sitting one day and you'll just be thinking, okay, why have I've got this degree, but why? Then you realize, okay, I'm going to be working to, let's say, an entry-level job in South Africa, let's say 15 to 20k a month. I was like, 15 to 20k a month. There are cars that cost 1.5 million rand. So how am I going to afford that?
So do the math.
How am I? Even if I sleep on the floor and not eat and save all of that money for years, I wouldn't be able to afford it.
It will still take me 30 years.
That is crazy. That is crazy.
And
people,
to answer your question, you said, how can people afford cars that's 200,
300,000 pounds? That's like 2 million rand, 3 million rand. It's crazy.
It's easy. It's actually easy. They work for themselves. They just decided,
There's no cap in terms of monetary gain. There's no cap.
The biggest problem with a 9-to-5, the biggest problem there is, there's a cap.
There's a ceiling.
There's a ceiling. That's the word.
You can always. There's this point when you
can't advance any further.
Yes.
Even if you work yourself up to CEO of a company or CFO, whatever,
which is a pretty high paying position. It's still capped.
You're still capped.
I mean, I think if you're a CEO, you'd be considered wealthy, you'd be considered rich, but is it enough though? Is it enough to satisfy all of your needs? I don't think so.
That's a problem, and I'm gonna keep talking about the switch. As soon as the switch is flipped, that's a problem.
Yes.
Nothing is ever good enough.
That is a fact. It's you.
As soon as you realize you are in, and I'm gonna keep referring to Andrew Tate's words, the Matrix. As soon as you realize you are in the Matrix, nothing is ever good enough.
It's not good enough.
You want to get out of it.
It makes me think of this is completely off topic, but let's say you start exercising and people are saying, oh, you look good, you look
Sorry,
good.
I'm gonna interrupt you.
Yeah, go.
You know, it's not off topic, it's the exact same thing.
Yeah, you start exercising, you're getting bigger and bigger and bigger, people are giving you confidence saying you're big, you're in your mind thinking, you're looking in the mirror and you look like shit.
Bigger.
You look like shit. It's a continuous cycle. The bigger you get, the smaller you feel. I watched a reel the other day which said the bigger you get, the smaller you feel. So it's like it's the same thing with Matrix. It's a never cycle. It's like when you flip that switch that you talk about, it's like, okay, I made, let's say, 300,000 rand in a month, which is a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
What's your next goal?
What's the next goal? Okay, million. Okay, what's the next goal? 5 million. What's the next goal? 10 million. It's scary to think.
People hear a million and they think, oh, that's so bad. Million is easy.
Yeah.
Getting a first mil is the hardest part.
Yeah, that's the hardest part. That's
really?
No, it is the hardest part.
Being a millionaire is easy.
After you get your first
but reaching your first mil
is very hard. That's why most people they end up just saying,
stagnating.
This is impossible, I can't do this. I'm doing everything I can. What do I do?
And we've discussed this. We've had meetings where we want to kill each other, you know. we've
the daily phone conversations where we want to kill each other. It's like,
we've
bro,
had discussions.
What are you doing? Yeah.
Exactly. And you know, I can honestly tell you, it's hard. It's not an easy road.
No.
But we've had discussions about, you know, doing something for 3 months and then just dropping it because we don't see the results and stuff. And that's a problem. And to you guys watching now, if you've got a side hustle going on, just keep on grinding. Stay consistent.
Irrespective of how stagnant you may feel you are, it will come.
Even if it looks like it's failing.
Yes.
Do not give up until you've had this company or side hustle at least for 1 year. It's
like the podcast. We only recently started this podcast, and we always think to ourselves, okay, we can get better views on this, but do we stop? No, we don't stop. We just keep on going.
I've told him before, you know, English isn't our own language. We Afrikaans.
In case you can notice the accents, they're creeping in.
Sometimes
it does creep. Sometimes, especially those of you on the reaction channel, you would hear.
Yeah, especially on the reaction channel.
You would hear this. But what did you continue with your?
The thing is, I've just set a goal to myself. You know, at night, stand in front of a mirror. You know, read. Even if it's just song lyrics of Eminem or whatever.
Exactly.
Just read it to yourself in the mirror and see where you can improve.
Yeah.
And that's something I do. Like my English is so far from perfect. But it's so
improved,
much better.
Yeah, than it was. Then before we started this whole.
Not even before we started. So much better than the previous podcast.
True. That's what we said. Our podcast. You know, it's very how can you say it? It's very spontaneous thinking that we adopt in a podcast. It's not like we write this and say you're gonna say this, you're gonna say this, you're gonna say this.
On that topic, that's a scary part of our podcast. You know, we're doing it in English, which is not our first language. And secondly, everything we say is from the top of our brain. You know, there's no script behind them. There's no script here.
No,
you know,
there's no one giving us directions there on the camera.
No, we just speak our minds.
Yes, but I think it's such an interesting topic, and I mean that's the situation a lot of people are in. They're looking at this. They're stuck in their jobs, and they're saying, okay, why did I choose this as a kid? Why did I let my parents influence my decisions like this?
No one chooses what they want to be. I'm telling you this honestly.
It's almost like it's a cliche, but it's destiny where you end up. You might think, okay, I'm going to become a scientist today. and then you end up being an entrepreneur with an online business. It's like, okay, what the hell?
Yeah, it comes. Yeah,
Yeah.
it comes. That's the matrix.
Yeah.
You know, you think you make your own choices in life. You want to become a doctor. You want to become a IT specialist.
Yeah.
You want to be a plumber. It's your own choices. You think it. The people that that switch not flipped yet, they think they are making their choices. But television,
Social
Netflix,
media, social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
So let me say this. You find out you're not queasy for blood. Okay? That's, you think you're special.
Yeah.
Sorry to tell you, but it's 80% of the world.
Correct.
Okay. Now you watch Grey's Anatomy. You see a neurosurgeon. I want to be a neurosurgeon. It's my passion.
It's my passion. Yeah.
No.
But it's subconsciously indoctrinated into your brain
It
to tell
was
you.
forced into your brain.
Yes.
By the Matrix.
You know what's very weird I've noticed, right? The second example, ever since I started trading, you see these ads pop up about trading the whole time. Even on my Spotify last night, I was like, what the hell? How do you know that? And that just shows you they listen. They actually listen to you. They watch your habits.
Yeah.
It's not cap. I was listening to my Spotify last night. I was like, there's an OctaFX trading advertisement. Like, what the hell? I've never heard an OctaFX trading ad in my life on my Spotify.
I downloaded MetaTrader 5.
Yeah.
That was what, in October, September, when did we start trading?
I think it was September, October. Yeah.
Downloaded it.
Using it. All of a sudden,
every single ad on Instagram is trading.
Even on YouTube, it's trading. Between the videos, it's trading. That's what these means when you're saying they're trying to. You think it's you making the decisions, but it's actually.
There's not a single decision in life that you make yourself.
That's scary.
And I mean everything.
That's scary.
Including the person you marry.
Yeah, that's.
There's not a single decision you make yourself.
Yes, and I know we're drifting a bit, but this is a very interesting topic that we're getting into.
It gets back to
it gets back to everything that we're talking about, but with the person you marry, it's the same thing, because you see all these, these women being pushed to you, all of these ideal women. The woman should be this, that, and if you're a female, every man should be this, a hustler, successful, classy, whatever it may be.
And that's where they break you. That's where the Matrix breaks you. Do me a favor. Go on Instagram. I know all of you has Instagram.
Yeah.
Click on the search bar at the bottom. If you are male, I promise you'll see at least 3 girls in a bikini right now.
Yeah.
If you're a female, I promise you'll see at least 3 guys in your search bar with a nice suit, with a six-pack or a nice suit and a nice car, money. And getting back to topic, this is where the Matrix breaks you. They show you this. They show you perfection. Now suddenly you shoot DMs. You shoot your shots.
Yeah, of course.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah.
And you get ignored.
Yes.
And you get ignored.
Yes.
And you get ignored. And it goes on. Eventually, you settle. Okay, I can't get a girl in a bikini that looks perfect. Okay, I'll just I'll just settle for less.
Yeah.
That is a psychological break for you.
Yes.
They break you. They tear you down. Why?
And there's the same thing. You'd say, okay, this guy has a McLaren. Okay, I can't get there, but I'll settle for less. I'll settle for a job in IT. I'll settle for a job in accounting. Good enough for me now.
Like I said, why? Why does this happen? Why do they push this for you? Why? And it's so easy. It's because they want you to be mentally broken so you can get back to your 9-to-5 job. Because
yes. Oh, that's brilliant. We've broken the matrix in this podcast right now. We've cracked the code, so to speak.
We are.
we've cracked the code, ladies and gentlemen.
We are. I can't even explain it. The thing is just.
And do you know what's scary? Do you know how small a percentage of people is that thinks like this? I've met maybe 1 or 2 people that can think like this. No one else thinks like
We
that.
actually have, I can't actually mention it, you know, screw it. We actually met someone the other day, and we were on holiday, and we were talking to people, you know, every night, different people.
If you guys, go and watch the live stream on the reaction channel. It's quite funny. There's a live stream, a New Year live stream. Go and watch it on the reaction channel.
It was nice, but the thing is, this girl came to us, and we spoke to her, had a nice conversation and everything, and she told us, the thing is, no matter, when you're a female, no matter how hard you try, well, no matter how ugly you are, no matter anything, if you walk to a guy and tell him, let's kiss, he'll do it.
He'll do it. That's the scary thing.
And
flip the switch.
You can do this part.
Flip the switch. It doesn't matter how attractive I am. If I walk up to a girl and say, let's kiss, she's probably going to say no.
And you know what's the issue? It's the view is different, you know. A man needs to be successful.
Yeah.
A man needs to be ripped. A man needs to
you need to be the epitome of
this basically
of masculinity. You need to be
Andrew
king.
Tate.
Yeah, exactly. You need to be Tristan and Andrew, basically, is what you need to be in order to get used for me. Otherwise, you're not good enough.
Unless you're rich. Getting back to the can money buy happiness?
Yes, because if you're rich, listen, this might sound very superficial, but if I pull up in a Lambo or a McLaren at a party,
every head's gonna turn.
What girl's not gonna look at me?
What guy's not gonna look at you?
What? Exactly. That's the scary thing. And then just a female, if she's relatively pretty, it is how it is, ladies and gentlemen. We do not discriminate on the channel, but it is how it is.
I mean,
look at how
we say facts.
Yeah. Look at it. You might be saying, "Oh, he's sexist for making that statement." Look how it works. Go into every club, go into every party, go into every gathering. You'll see the guys that got money. Immediately, there's interest.
And not just from females.
Yeah,
from males as well. No. Because as a male, we've adapted, and that's part of the matrix. We've adapted this. I need the best 9-to-5 job.
Yes.
To impress people.
I need the best 9-to-5. I need the best body. I need the best car. I need the best personality.
To a certain extent, you're not wrong.
No.
You need the best body.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you need to be ripped. You need to be perfect.
Yeah.
But
they don't understand how hard that is to attain. It is very difficult to attain.
Just the body part, it's incredibly hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
Then it comes to the next thing, money. But because of the matrix, because of everything we've been taught in school, in college, in everything, you settle for 9-to-5.
Yes.
You settle for, I'll make 40k a month.
Which is enough for me for now.
And I'll translate this to our overseas viewers. 40k a month, ZAR, which is rand, is about $3.5k
dollars a month. Yeah.
Which isn't a lot.
Which you guys would be laughing right now and say, "Oh, that's a joke."
That's a joke.
That's a joke.
It is a joke.
Yeah. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. But if you be earning 100k, you'd be like, "Oh, well, how do I break out of a plateau that gives me only 40k a month, which is pretty good in South Africa. It's pretty decent. No, 40k a month is decent. You can live by your own. You can foresee in your daily needs. But once you break past, okay, I'm making $1 million a month. Oh shit! What was I thinking about mine?
But that's the thing. That's the switch I talk about.
Yes.
As soon as you reach that 100k, there's no ceiling. There's no ceiling,
and that's the.
What's the next goal?
200k, mil, 2 mil, 5 mil, 10 mil, it goes
never
on.
stops.
Never stops.
And that's why there are people, to answer your question, that's why there are people that goes into a shop and pays £300,000 cash
for a car.
Why? They do not have a ceiling.
No.
They've escaped the matrix.
Yeah. No, oh, I'm bought a Ferrari. This next topic is a Bugatti. It goes on and on and on. But at the same time, it does bring you happiness because you're consistently breaking your goals, your targets. That's where it comes in. That's where it brings you happiness. All right. So you wanted to mention one last final topic to end this podcast off with.
Yeah. So let's look at this. people are always like, there isn't money. I can't achieve money. I can't achieve greatness. I mean, why do you think you were put on this planet if you are not meant for greatness? Are you meant for a 9 to 5?
Tate said it himself. If you do not have a burning desire to conquer the earth, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Speaking about Tate,
Yeah.
I saw this one post of him. I can't remember which podcast it was on.
There's on so many podcasts I can't even keep up with.
Yeah, I watch all of
Yeah.
them, but
I can't even keep up with
I can't
them.
remember which one, so I'm not gonna name any names, and you know, I'll find it and I'll link it for you.
Yeah.
But he said, his one friend, you know, what's the guy's name?
Dan, I think it's Dan Bazziria, I think. There's something along those lines.
So he gave him a call, said he's in France, in Paris. He wants to have a business meeting, can we arrange it? And Tate was in LA at the time.
Yeah.
Just for one meeting. So basically he flew to Paris, had a meeting with him, hour, maybe 2 hour lunch, you know, and then he spoke about how much it cost him. It cost him $400,000
for one trip.
for a 3 hour meeting.
Oh my god.
Why? Because you need to arrange bodyguards, you need to arrange the jet.
So the private jet, by the way,
And he also transfers his cars, just for in case he's in a mood to drive.
That's insane.
So he transfers his entire 32 car collection or 31 car collection just for in case he wants to drive. And he said specifically on this day, he didn't even drive the cars, but he still had them there, just for in case. And that's the thing. There's people on earth that can waste 400 grand
on one trip.
On a trip. And you settle for your 15k a month.
Yes.
Bullshit.
There's something wrong. Yeah, something is not adding up in the situation.
And why can they do it? Because they've escaped the matrix.
Yes.
It's
as cliche and corny as it may sound, they've escaped the matrix.
You know, don't think about the movie The Matrix. That is just the baseline. That is just the, you know, how they define it. But it's the truth. You are being controlled by everything you do.
It is.
Every single thing. If you go on Instagram and let's say you searched what is the best flashlight, you know, go on your Instagram right now. You'll have at least 20 flashlight ads.
Yeah.
Why? Because they want you to spend your money.
Yeah.
They want you to grow their
business. Yeah. Very true. And if there's think to yourself, if there's people who can spend 400k on one trip,
why do you settle?
Why do you settle for why? You gotta dig deep and really ask yourself, why am I doing this?
No.
Am I not capable of achieving more?
I mean, just look at us, right? I don't usually use us as an example, but this is a Saturday morning. We can be watching Netflix.
Yes.
We can be going to a bar. We can
Yes.
be. But no, we decided we're going to record.
Yes.
Why?
Because we have that switch.
We've got that switch.
Yeah.
We've got that drive. We want to get out of the matrix. Our mindset is already outside of the matrix.
It's just a factor of getting your life outside of the matrix now.
That's the hard part.
All right. So I think we've covered quite a lot.
But I think we still got a lot to cover. But the thing is, running out of time.
Time is limited. Unfortunately.
Let us know if you want to follow up on this.
Yes. If you want a follow up episode on, if you want why does money bring you happiness part 2 or something like that, please let us know in the comment section. Otherwise, leave your 2 cents down below. You know you're welcome to disagree with us. We're not saying you should enjoy every second of this podcast. Find it interesting, leave your 2 cents down below, and the most important thing that you need to remember is please subscribe to this channel and share it with friends and family that like this type of out of the box content.
Get everyone out of the matrix.
Yes.
You guys can do it.
Exactly. We appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.